No lag or anything. I'm getting a little lag for some unknown reason. Steam, I don't need you running.
So I'm thinking for the last battle against Otter, we should pull out the tier 1s.
That I don't... What? Eh. Put it this way, guys. If we won, I don't think I would ever pull that video off YouTube. That would
Yeah.
be... I would probably spam their YouTube channel with it. Oh, you know what's funny?
Be awesome.
When I was with the group playing Bronze League, most of the other T1 Cunninghams, mind you, in Bronze League and Gold League, you only use the Cunningham at Tier 1. Because that was backed by 7x42, which you had to run like 4 Tier 8s or 5 Tier 8s and like 2 Tier 1s. Yeah, that was interesting. But, was it 46? Maybe 7x46? Because you had 44 and I don't know. I forget. But needless to say, what was always really fun... Oh, it was 42. Yeah, because you have 5 Tier 8s. What was always really funny is using Tier 8s to kill Tier 1s to kill 1390s. You'd run the autoloader on the T1 Cunningham, and we both just gang up on 1390s, and they just would never expect it. I loved killing 1390s in a Tier 1.
You move over your best skilled light crews, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
And retrain them. Yeah.
Minimum of 4 skills in that time. You know, 4 skills and over. If you reach 4 skills, anything after that's gravy, but, you know, that's kind of where you want it to be at. Ugh. My stuffing nose. My throat's getting... Well, not my throat is getting stuffy, but my nose is getting stuffy. So we are live and we are streaming, and I'm watching the chat. Ugh.
I'm gonna pull up your stream.
Hey. But just make sure everybody in the clan knows that tomorrow we got training with Sir Havoc, and I got some training afterwards, some more lecture stuff. And by the way, don't let me forget to set up the announcements tonight on Clan Tools. I have a reminder set on my phone, but even so, my phone might die, in which case I don't want to forget. But how'd you do that, Quixotic?
Colon and then a capital O.
The emojis of YouTube. That's hilarious how they have their own separate emojis. Oh man. Gotta love it. Na 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 da na na. And there's Krampus. Oh, yeah. 3 minutes. Where's Europe when you need him? It's the final countdown. I love. Have you guys seen that commercial?
You know they have to be
Oh,
hard
hold
up
on,
for cash
someone's
if they're
calling
doing that.
That's what I thought. Like, how sad. How low has a band have to go being a parody of themselves on a Geico commercial?
I am back. Yeah, I'm not awake. Didn't go to bed until 4 this morning, and I woke up at 6.
Nice.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna sleep well tonight.
If not, you got problems.
Oh, you know. Oh. Ba-do-do-do. Alright, we go live in 37 seconds, so make sure if any of you guys up in the lobby want to watch, if you guys want to share the stream code, now's the time to do so. 'Cause, we're now at the point where we're committed. Oh, guys, if they have a light lineup, load standard, except comments, you load APCR. And if they have a heavy lineup, Bulldogs load heat. Except, depending on the tank, we'll talk about heat, but...
Yeah, I actually switched to entirely APCR with 3HE on my Comet.
Okay. Ooh, these guys are... Oh, man. Alright, comments.
I wonder if they're gonna rush us.
Well...
E25, huh?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. My big thing is, we need to defeat their Bulldogs and or get their E25 out of the game. By the way, Bulldogs APCR only, no heat. At least, you know, don't bother with the heat. We're going to go to the game plan, guys. Make sure the Comets, you guys are going to the first hill. Don't rush up to the second one until after. Bulldogs, you stick with the Comets, and I will run up and try and spot these guys.
Let's go.
Let's see what happens. But just be warned, if the Bulldogs come in, we need to focus fire them out. We'll worry about the E25 later, but it's not because the E25 can technically do more damage in a minute, but it's because I don't want the Bulldogs running away and then re-engaging. The E25 we can hunt down quite easily. Woohoo! Oh wow, they're all over near my side. E25's trying to get real shots on me. Bulldog's trying to come up behind
Target
me.
acquired.
Good shot in E25.
Target released. Enemy armor is damaged.
Alright guys, they're pushing around my side, at least they're trying to.
Enemy is hit. Target acquired.
I'm just gonna nail
Enemy
this
armor is
Bulldog.
hit. Where'd they go? Target
Good
acquired.
focus fire, guys. Good focus fire. Just get this guy out that's in front of me. Good job. Focus out the other Bulldog. No help, Bulldog. Take that bastard out. Good job, guys. Good job. Alright, Comets, I want you to take out the E25. Bulldogs, rush out of the Bulldog. You guys got a lot of health left, so...
Track hit.
Good job, good job. Yet again, guys, that plan worked like a charm. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Alright. They tried. I'll give them credit. But why they brought an E25, I don't know. That's like... he was too
Maybe
close.
they plan to use it
They
to
didn't-
spot with.
They didn't even use them the right way.
No, he's supposed to be long to medium range, and he should be using that camouflage. We should have never seen him if they were playing it right. He should have been way in the back and waiting for us to try and flank the Bulldogs, and then he should have been pumping shots at long range, but... So, good job, team. I appreciate it. Let's keep this pain train going. That was a pretty quick match. We did well. I liked the focus fire there, guys. That was huge, having that focus fire.
By the way, Krampus or Koala, I apologize.
For what?
One of us twitched the wrong way just right, and I pegged one of you guys.
Nah.
That was my bad.
It wasn't me.
Damn, these guys had a good lineup of tanks. It was just they used them wrong. They would have done better to use 5 Bulldogs.
Oh, it was me.
Oh, by the way, I'm just readying up. I guess whoever's calling should pick the team he wants for that engagement.
Well, wait a second. Let me look. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yep. Okay. Hank, I want to run a few rounds to get Mellow Man in, and then when we get to Siegfried line, I still kind of want you around in case if someone disconnects. Basically, if we start up a game, Hank, you're welcome to start up a regular game, because either way it'll be 15 minutes. So, but I'll let you know if you want to start up a pub match, you can, but we just need you in case if someone DCs. But then on Siegfried line, we're probably going to mix things up a little bit. Mellow Man, you're into that kind of stuff? You're into that kind of music? EDM, house, any of that kind of stuff? Never mind. The question will never be answered. Moving on to another topic. Yeah, these guys tried. I mean, I'll give them credit. The issue is they had a 0 damage Bulldog. One Bulldog that got off 1 hit. E25 got off 2 hits. He got off like 5 or 4. So, yeah, and our Comet's bringing home the damage. That was... And Cashlin. Nice, nice. Ah. Good job, good job. So we got another 7 minutes. So, I made a point that we were supposed to plan for dead spots yesterday for today, and I kind of failed you guys on that. So, do we have any sort of, like, intermediate entertainment, or is there anything that we can do that'd be interesting? Or does no one have any suggestions? I guess not. Well then. So, well, Ryan, okay, guys. Let me give you the embarrassing status of my guitars right now. So, this one, which is the one that I made, it's an all-wood kind of Les Paul design. I bought some strings for him, for this thing, and, well, the strings are crap. So, I'm waiting for my new set to come in. I was trying a new company, and they just were crap. So, unfortunately, that one is not playable. Now, actually, let me adjust World of Tanks down slightly.
How often do you change your strings?
I actually buy a set of elixirs that last me 4 months, 5 months, and they're supposed to last most people a year. But I wear them the hell out.
Well, they had those elixirs that had that coating that like never wore out, and they stopped producing them. Well,
Yeah,
they never wore out.
those ones, the issue is the coating got into the fretboard, and especially over your pickups and whatnot. But the ones that I have last me about 4 or 5 months.
You use elixirs on your electric.
I do, and I use them on my.
I find they get kind of fuzzy after a while. Do you notice that?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I switch them out. This one is my black custom Les Paul, and I'll be honest with you guys, I switched them all over to the new string type, and that one, my Floyd just wrecked those strings. Within about 2 weeks, I snapped both my E and my B string.
Oh, that one's sweet.
So, I'm not using those strings anymore. And my 12 string, which sits right above, I'll be honest, guys, I've been too lazy to restring my 12 string because that takes me like 50 minutes, and I'm just lazy. So that's something I need to do. I have a set of 12 string, a pack like right over there. But is the TeamSpeak now a little bit louder, guys, in the chat?
What is it?
I know Ryan in chat. Was Ryan? Somebody posted. Michael posted in chat that like TeamSpeak was a little quiet. So,
Well, he can just get over it.
well, if TeamSpeak's a little quiet, I can bump down my microphone. Like, I can bump myself down to there.
I use
I didn't.
Ernie Ball nickel, pure nickel, and I do change them about every 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, those aren't bad. My issue is I have so many guitars that I own these two plus another Schecter upstairs, plus an SG, and then I still have my Gibson acoustic, my J29, sorry, my J25, and then I have two bass guitars. So I gotta run a
Nice.
Elixir, or else I'm gonna spend like one day every week, or actually, well, one day a week, restringing like at least a guitar, if not
Yep.
two. So I don't feel like doing that. As it is, I still got, like, I still have to restring my violin, I still have to restring my banjo, and I just got finished doing some work on the drum set. I don't know.
Standard banjo?
No, I only have a 4-string.
I have a 4-string too. I got a 4-string Irish tenor banjo.
I will be honest, I don't, I can play banjo a little bit, but I don't know much about specific banjo stuff. I really want my physics teacher in high school fixed up a banjo mandolin, and I fell in love with it. It was awesome to play. He would let me sit there in physics class because I was kind of the smart kid that always did the work early. So I just get tests done and quizzes. I just sit there and just play a banjolin, figure out some folk songs. I was playing some like Dropkick Murphys kind of stuff on it, just figuring it out. But
Yeah, I usually just play trad music with the tenor banjo.
oh God, you know what? The only thing that sucks about like Massachusetts, like you're the only person I know like anywhere close to me that can somewhat play banjo.
We should get together. I live by. Did you ever go down to Foxwoods, Mohegan Sun?
Yeah, I went down there a while ago to see a Australian Pink Floyd about a year ago.
I'm only like 20 minutes away from there. That's where I
Hey.
live. So we should meet up down there.
One of these days we should meet up. Hey, if you want, I have a studio. I have like a
Really?
20
Wow.
by 20, actually sorry, 25 by 20 studio. That I
Wow.
have space
Nice.
for. Well, we have a barn that the upstairs we used to use to store hay, but we used to have like 20 horses and we're down to like 3. So it was just empty.
Whoa.
So we converted it into a music studio. We cleaned the whole thing out. We put up, I have soundproofing all around the inside and outside of it, put down carpets. I have all my audio equipment up there. I got my sound systems up there. So,
That is so awesome.
oh yeah, a lot of work, but it was worth it. Oh God, why is Lieutenant? Oh, Lieutenant, I'll deal with you later.
Yeah, where's Lieutenant?
He can come on down and visit, but he's just
Yeah.
messaging me. I guess that's a Google Doc thing, but I'm streaming, Lieutenant, so I can't check that right now. I'm in a tournament. I'm busy.
I
should
have a
spend
bass
less time-
guitar.
Yeah?
You said bass guitar?
Yeah,
Dude,
Nice.
I love bass.
I am not good at bass. I haven't even broke mine out in years and played anything.
Oh man, I love bass. I love playing like funk on it, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, playing slap bass. I'm just now getting to the point where I can do 3 different things on it once. So I got my thumb for the down slap and the upstroke on the E string, but yet I can use the other 3 fingers for doing stuff on the other ones. It's kind of difficult. I'm kind of only like at like 80 BPM doing that kind of stuff, but I'm getting up with that. My latest thing has been playing my trumpet again. That's been fun breaking that thing out. I haven't played it in like 2 years. I can still hit double high C.
Play a lot of
Baby.
instruments.
What?
You really play a lot of instruments.
It's always been my main passion, and the only thing is, around here, there's no one I know that can just switch from things. So it's like, I'll have a friend come over and play guitar, and then I'm like, you know what would really go well? We could do a jazz version of this. And then it's like I'm talking to a wall. They're like, nah, sorry, dude, I only do like hardcore. It's like, I got, ooh. Alright, guys, we're on the
That's-
same strat.
Different.
Now, are these the guys that are tough? I forget. I don't know.
They are in 39th place.
Alright, guys. Let's, play well, play hard. Let's do this.
I'm loading premium.
Yep, comments load the premium.
Yep. Bulldogs, standard ammo. We'll leave the T-29 for last. I don't really care. But now they're using the 1357. Nah, we had the same thought. Nah, except we got 2 of them. Well, not now, but we can.
Let's get this show on the road.
Ryan, what's Bob and Tom base talk? I don't know what that's from. I don't see anything, guys. Alright, guys, move up a little bit to the second ridge. I gotta try and spot. See where the hell these guys are at. Son of a bitch. I got nothing.
Can I call him?
Yep.
Should we?
Yep, I think, guys, let's move to go defend Cap. I'm gonna go way the hell out here and see what I can see, but... Woohoo.
One of our tracks.
Looks like you found them.
No Bulldog. Good hit, by the way. Good hit. Good hit. Comments. You guys are lighting them up. Exactly what I want. Exactly what I want.
You want to send that town like we talked about?
You guys Bulldogs in the south, get to like the H1 area on the backside of that hill. And just get in a nice strong location.
Check.
Ooh, I got a few spots over here. So T-29's in the back. Alright, they're playing a very defensive strat, guys. So...
Do you want us Comets to group up with you, Gibson?
that would be a good idea. You know what? You guys need to focus off that LTB. If you guys can get back here somewhere and start pummeling that guy. We have these guys surrounded, so let's take this slow.
The AMX is still unspotted.
That's good. I just really want to spot this LTB so we can... Oh, good night, Boom.
I got spotted.
There's the LTB.
Penetration.
Yeah, Bulldogs, just try not to take many hits, guys. Stay in the back there if you have to, but...
T-29 is pushing.
Alright, Bulldogs, I want you guys to move up. You guys in the south here, I want you guys to... Yep, we're gonna need you up here.
Driver. We're covering his
Just
position,
think
but
of
not
the
very
LTB out
well.
though. We're gonna need you up here pretty
Enemy
soon.
damaged. We didn't penetrate.
Alright, I'm getting pummeled.
Bail out.
Yep, Bulldogs, get up here right now. Handle them Comets. You guys stick as a group, just play safe. Get some damage in if you can. Use your gun depression. The Bulldogs come up right behind these guys and engage them. Exotic, use Krampus as cover. Just try and engage that LTB. He's really your only threat. Bulldog coming in on you. Bulldogs, try and see if you can take out at range. This Bulldog that's battling Quixotic. Quixotic, pull back a little bit. Yep. AMX 1357 behind you.
Track hit.
Ah, these guys were a little rough.
We're immobilized.
Bulldogs at range, just keep putting in that fire. Alright, Bulldogs, I need you guys to back off. Let's make it a draw. Let's make it a draw.
I think they
totally-
could cap it, though.
Just get the hell out of there and reload. Mellowman, you have enough health to take a few hits for Cashwood? Now, they have a couple guys that are one-shot territory for you. What's going to happen is Cashwood, you're going to find a bush straight ahead that's going to be in front, behind Mellowman. So Mellowman, you're going to be want a bush that's slightly in front of where Cashwood will be, so you can spot. Make sure Cashwood, you got to stick with Mellowman over here. Just stick behind him. Let's see if there's... Yeah, they're going to be rushing for you guys.
Spotted again.
Pull back, Mellowman. If they're spotting you. Yep, right, you two focus fire at that bulldog.
Still on reload.
Oof.
We lost some ammo, but it's
Yeah, these guys are pretty
explode.
good, so... I think on that strategy, I think what screwed up is I moved off the backside of that other
I
hill.
think we should have tried to pull the heavy strategy first to see if we could probe a little further before we ran to the cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They knew where you guys were, and as soon as they saw where the two bulldogs were, they collapsed on you because
Well, yeah,
they
that
knew
was the
that
big
we were
thing.
out of position.
That's why with you guys, if you guys are pincering, unless you're moving in close, that's why I usually say stay unspotted. So I think that's one of those things in the future. Next time that happens, you bulldogs, you guys that move off from the main pack, don't be spotted. Make them assume you guys are in the north. In that
Okay,
case, but
because we were playing it really passive. We were in bushes and everything, and what happened is that bulldog got to like half the spotting distance from us.
yeah. Well, maybe next time we can have you guys stay on the backside of that hill like I was talking about, and just don't bother poking up yet. Let's try to take it a little bit. Take this. So yet again, we got some pretty tough teams. So
Yeah, our next team is in 78th place. Be here.
yep, these are the guys that we can take. Let's run the same strat.
We again start from the south.
Yep, we can take these guys. That last team is in a high place, if I'm correct.
Yeah, they were in 39th place.
At the very least, they had strong stats on their team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ryan in chat, let me know one of these days when you got some time to talk about that, because I would be interested in watching that. Learn a little bit. Because a lot of people don't realize how important base is in a mix, and I always stress it. Base is massively important. It's so important. Oh, thank you, Rana. It's absolutely massively important. And I see it all the time out in like live shows or with even... Yes, I saw. I see it all the time, and the issue is they either don't mic the bass player properly, and they sometimes use a DI out to the main sound system, a direct output, but the issue is they don't have the proper tone, or they don't have enough bass in the tone. The issue is if you don't have enough bass in your sound, it'll always sound thin, and I see a lot of bands struggle with it, and it makes me laugh. It's like, guys, you know, you can't... But at the same time, they'll have their guitarist pushing out so much bass that they both clash. So it's like, guys, you guys gotta understand that you have your own frequency band. You gotta do it right. Give the bass player his section. You know, give the guitar their space. You kind of gotta, like, section it out. If, like... I know, guys, I'm going to, like, talk here about audio, but, like, deal with me for 2 minutes while I do my, like... Not 2 minutes, but like 20 seconds. If you got from roughly 30 hertz standard bands, 30, 40 hertz, up to, like, 10,000, let's just say, you got to section off each part of the instruments. Each parts of areas has their own little band that they can go with. So it kind of annoys when they overlap so many of them. It's like, no, if you have a male singer and you got a guitarist playing guitar and playing the same range, and the lead and playing the same range, and then bass playing really low, clashing with the rhythm guitar that's playing really low, it's like, ugh, what are you doing? If you're a musician, study that stuff. There you go.
A little bit of music theory.
I can ramble on and on and on about stuff like that, but as I've studied it, I've studied sound and whatnot, and I can pull out my reference books on the stuff and start breaking out the math, breaking out the calculator. But yeah, you know, there's a There's a couple companies that I've worked for that, you know, a couple of the guys knew some stuff, a couple of the guys didn't, and it was interesting. You know, when you're the young 20-year-old kid working for like a 55-year-old guy that works their own sound company, but he doesn't know the math behind it, you just kind of shut up and do as they say. But anyways, that's enough of my rambling. I will ramble all day if I'm not careful. If you guys want to have a good laugh, on YouTube, there's a YouTuber called Spectre Sound Studios, I believe. Spectre Sound, something like that. He's part of Spectre Media Group, and he does some awesome stuff about recording, like how to record this, how to record that. And he makes a ton of bass player jokes. He actually himself plays bass pretty well, but he kind of knows the joke that like a lot of bands have crap bass players because they don't know how to actually play it. Which kind of makes me sad, because bass is such a fun instrument. That so many people like just treat it like crap. It's like, why? Why?
It's groovy.
I will say from experience, if you have a good bass player,
groovy.
I did.
well, he's chill. He's the mellow man. But if you have a crap bass player, you'll never go far. Hell, that's well, I don't want to say one of the only reasons, but why do you think Red Hot Chili Peppers got so big? Because they actually had a good freaking bass player.
I agree.
Fleet is the man. That's what. Look at Rush. Like, I know that now I'm really going to a subgenre of music that not most people, but a lot of people don't. But
Subgenre? What the fuck?
Put it this way, non-mainstream would have been the better word. But Geddy Lee has to lay down. Yeah, it makes me sad that Rush isn't mainstream, but I know it's not for everybody. But you gotta lay down that solid bass groove, man. If you don't, you're screwed. You're not gonna make it anyway. You're not gonna make it. Primus is interesting. I don't know. I think it's their other stuff that throws me off. I can appreciate their talent, but
Yeah, Les Claypool was pretty ridiculous.
He's good, but a little too eclectic for my taste.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we're gonna treat this like the first round. Same plan, let's make it happen. We can smoke these guys. Blah blah blah. Yeah, thanks, Troy.
Don't forget to load in premium.
Yeah, for the comments, yeah. Bulldog
comments.
standard, yep. Bulldog standard ammo.
Oh, jeez.
By the way, guys, does the stream look okay? Because he keeps telling me some stuff is screwing up, and from what I can tell, I think everything's going fine, but that's just on my end.
I mean, there's an ugly guy's picture in it.
Thanks, man.
Oh.
Thanks for the update, Quicks. Appreciate
We're
it.
supposed to be shooting at the enemy's koala.
I'm glad we got a detective on the team. T-71 in the back.
I'm spotted.
Well, yeah. We're in better positions. Let's let them make the mistake. Ugh. Get ready for a push on the zero line Bulldogs. Comets still keep poking the same direction over here, but I have a feeling they might push.
Critical hit. Enemy armor is hit.
I'm going to start backing off because I know. Good shots on the T-71. Good shots, good shots.
Sorry, Cash.
It's okay. We ain't rubbing, we ain't racing.
Hey.
Alright, guys, it looks like they're going back to the cap. What I'm going to want to have happen, Bulldogs, yet again, you guys are going to go down through the south. Comets, you guys go up near the center, and I'm actually going to post up top here. I'm going to hit the reload. But I'm also going to stick with the Comets. So they backed right the hell off once they figured out we had a good spot.
It's unfortunate that they were smart enough to figure that out.
Seems like they had the same plan.
Well, I think a lot of teams, you know, our Comets just end up having such a strong position that, like, there's not much
I think a
this
lot of
team can
people.
do.
I think a lot of people overlook the Comets when they're preparing for things like this.
Enemy is hit.
And Comets, don't worry, I got Overwatch over you guys. I got Binox up. Alright, Bulldogs, here's what I'm going to need. I think we're actually going to use this to try and cap. Both
You
the
want us in
Comets,
the cap?
yeah, both you Comets move left into the cap and use that back slope. Bulldogs, I'm going to need you guys to, if we need you, we'll have you guys push in here over into the cap. Actually, can you guys get on the back side over here?
Yes.
Right now, facing towards our Comets. It's very logical they're going to try and attack us from anywhere down here. I'm going to be in a bush right here, and I'm going to be waiting.
You want me on the other side, or?
Yeah, get on each side. Just make sure you're behind a building. Yep. Comets, just be ready and waiting, because I have a feeling they're going to come at us from the 6-7 line. And Bulldogs, just be ready if they rush our Comets. We're going to have to really... Actually, if we can... That T-71 would be awesome to get out if we can. But... Alright, Bulldogs, be prepared. And Comets, be prepared. Krampus, you might want to move over where Quixotic is. And kind of angle towards them, approaching us
Bellman's
over.
taking shots.
Find a good spot to lay low. Good shots, good shots.
I have no shot on the LTB. There's a house in that way.
Alright, it's gonna be worth... Oh, I
You can
missed
go
the
through.
shot.
Penetration.
I missed the shot, and I gotta back off.
Bulldog
Yep,
coming in.
Bulldog coming up.
Step. Enemy armor is hit.
Alright, Bulldogs, this is where you guys have to focus people out.
Penetration.
Alright, guys, I got... Oh, boy.
Son of a gun.
Good job, Bulldogs, good job. These guys are going to have to make a move in a second. They're going to have to get close enough to actually put shots in on us. Good focus fire, guys. Good focus fire. You're getting the job done.
I'm reloading.
Same. I have to reload in a second. I only got 3 shots left, but I'm trying to... Ah.
Bulldog behind us.
Yep.
damaged.
Reloaded.
Penetration.
LTTB pushing to the south.
He's trying to get in behind me, I think. Finish me off.
Alright, Bulldogs, I need you guys to move over and take out those guys.
On it. Bulldog
Cashlin?
first, Cashlin.
Yep. Krampus, keep Quixotic alive. Bulldog, focus him out. Good, hunt down that other Bulldog. You got him, man. Oh, Mellow Man, you got it.
Target acquired.
Nice.
Ready to fire. Enemy is hit. Target released.
Let's
Gotcha.
try LTV.
What's Russian?
He's trying to run away.
Well,
I got it.
Mellow Man's gonna give it the
Krampus,
punch.
stay on cap with me.
Yep, you
Okay.
guys stand cap.
I
Just
don't
fine.
see the target.
Alright, good
Good
job,
job.
good job. This is the kind of
Very
strategy.
good game, guys.
Good
If
game.
they run a light lineup, as I said, if they try to go for cap, we have you Comets, man. That's exactly why I like having the Comets here. You guys pulling out that damage, pulling out exactly what we needed. Thank you. Good job, guys. It's another one on the board.
Yeah,
Okay.
750 damage blocked.
That's
Wicked pissa.
well, that's exactly what we need because we block that much damage from them. It renders a lot of their tanks useless. Now,
3.5 minutes to the next match.
yep, these are the guys that are going to be tough. So, this is going to be the one to... From here on out, it's pretty much downhill, if I'm correct, in terms of difficulty.
No, actually.
No?
After these guys, we have two
Oh, yeah,
not
you're right.
so great teams.
Be right back.
Oh, in the last game.
Yes.
Yeah, Bear Huggers that we face next is in third
So-
place.
If we have 3 losses, I
Ooh.
won't complain.
Yeah, this will be tough.
Because with 4 wins, that'll put us up 12 points.
So right now we're at 2 wins and 1 loss.
Yep.
All right.
And we have 7 matches for this round, correct?
Yes.
So even if we lose this, we'll still be at the 50% margin. I'd like to bump up to the 3,500 gold or 2,500 gold, whatever that range is, but, you know. Alright, guys. Not bad, I got 2 minutes waiting.
Yeah. And we have yet to see what the other teams in the tournament are, or how they're going to do. Because some people at the top might drop down a bunch.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, that's the thing, guys. We don't really know till the stuff settles, you know. We don't really know. But if we can get the 50% win rating for this map, and then on Siegfried Line, if we do what we got to do, I think we'll be fine. I think on Siegfried Line we got something that most teams aren't going to expect, so I'm not too concerned. No, 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 no. Oh, God. I bet these guys are just going to be running like all Bulldogs. But guys, let's go to those same positions and work the same strategy. If they try and do it, because I think we were in just such commanding spots. So, are we spawning in north or south?
This time we're spawning in the north,
Alright.
and for the rest of the matches in the north.
Alright, well, we'll use a mirror lineup, a mirror strategy. So. I kind of like the south spawn, though. But, yet again, on a lot of these maps, the maps aren't symmetrical, so. You get.
How many more games do we have?
4.
Okay.
4 for this map.
And then we got an hour break, hour and a half break, and we're into the final round. Siegfried Line for the last map. I hope to Wargaming that they give us a break and give us a bunch of like low-ranking teams.
It'd be
I don't
nice,
know
wouldn't
that
it?
they're going to really listen to that.
Just please, Wargaming. We've had to face at least one, if not two, Unicum teams every game.
Yeah,
What
we
do you
got
know?
another one coming up.
I know. It's been... But alright,
I think
guys. Mirror lineup.
Roll on Pole is 11th place overall, but they're purple, I think.
Yeah, Comets, you know what to do over there. Bulldogs, be slightly, according to the way we're looking at, to the left of the Comets, and I'm going to be rushing up that center area to try and get spots. Let's make it happen.
Yep. Comets APCR, Bulldogs APCR.
Thank you.
All of the composite rigid.
Move out.
You know, I always wanted to look, I know this is unrelated, but I always wanted to look what the cost difference in World War II was between having that composite rigid versus the regular armored piercing. I wonder, was it like double the cost, triple the cost, or was it only like 10% added on? I was just always curious.
At least we know they're all still loading.
Krampus, where are you?
For now.
Okay. Yeah, Krampus, I
In the
didn't expect you to
center.
go here, but... No, Krampus, you already committed over here. You can't really back up that much.
Okay.
So, that's fine. Krampus, it's all about using your gun depression. So if you want work the side of that hill, I got you back here. Just make sure Meloman, Cashman, and Quixotic, you guys are all... Yeah, let that LTB go. Actually, guys, if the LTB's leaving, we probably should push these guys right now. So start working slowly around the edges and start getting around these guys. That LTB's leaving the battle. Means we have the advantage. So Krampus, you and I got to get this Bulldog out. Oh,
Roger that.
let's turn sharp left. Oh, never mind. Let's get these guys
Enemy
out.
armor is hit. One of our tracks is damaged.
LTV behind us.
Enemy is
Whipson.
hit.
That's okay. You and I turn around. We can focus this guy right out. Awesome.
We're done for. Everyone get out.
Just do the damage you can, guys. Meloman, get
574
in. Low health
Bulldog
target.
cat.
Low health Bulldog. Yep. Meloman
Damage
to your
my turret
left.
ring.
Meloman to your left and Cashman to your left. Right there. Pull back. Ah. Yeah, that's okay. We had them within quite a bit, actually. That wasn't that far apart.
The LTTB juked us.
Yeah, I was hoping they were stupid enough to send him away, but that's fine.
I think we should have just ignored the LTTB, gotten the Bulldogs out.
Well, yeah, that's what I was kind of calling to just kind of go around, but they end up reacting. I was hoping that with the Comet and you two Bulldogs would just literally go in the center between those two hills, and just basically the whole idea with those Bulldogs is if they can't get away, you're going to kill them. So if you guys physically get in their face and keep them from moving, if you three focus fired one and then focus fired the other one out, Krampus and I going around, I guess the issue is I can't micromanage everything from my position, but something for next time in that position, if I say get around those guys, and the whole idea is they had 4 people there and we had 5. And I wanted to get us to squeeze them into one center area. And so, if Krampus and I push, even if we end up being killed in the process, and you guys can get in and take out at least 2 or 3 of them, then we would have been on the upside. But what ended up happening was I couldn't see from your guys' angle, because I was way more
Right.
focused on what Krampus and I were doing.
I did get the only kill, by the way, apparently.
Way to brag, Cashlin. Way to
Yeah.
brag.
They
Just
were
to let
able to
you guys
share
know.
their HP pretty good, so, you know.
Yeah, they did.
That's one of those things where, I'll be honest, guys, that's all down to personal skill right there. That's where that one's at, which is fine. We came pretty close with them. It's just the thing of when pushing around like that, that's the whole goal, is to get them all in the same spot. So if you guys had pushed around over the top on that little hill where you guys were at, well, Adam, maybe push to the left. I was hoping to have it happen much quicker, but I guess that wasn't conveyed. That was probably my bad. Let's just sweep it up and move on. We can dissect that later. But I would say definitely for that, the minute one of them left that base, though, you guys on that left side, because it was 3 of you guys versus 3 of them, but that Krampus and I versus 1. So the minute that happens, just pounce on them. Especially when they're only like 50 meters away. But that's something for next time. I'm not too concerned. They were the hard team, so we already beat a couple good teams. We beat a medium team and a good team, and we lost to a couple solid teams. The one with the T-29, that was my bad, but this one's more about just realizing the overarching strategy, and that's fine. Well, we came close. When you guys consider, like, those guys as a unit, if you look at their overall stats, are more than twice ours. And we got to them within, like, 1,000 HP total. So, that's not bad. It's just the finer things. It's all about the finer things. So, that's how it goes. But definitely, but for Krampus, definitely stick with Quixotic with the comments.
Yep.
As maybe I said something wrong, but
No. I was heading for that spot, and then I guess I got misled because there was tanks coming around to the right of us, and so I went to try to get that one, and then I found myself on the right hand side of that hill rather than I want to be on the left.
It happens. I wouldn't complain, but it's just one of those things that if you had been over there and they had still pushed that LTB out, it would have been 4 of you guys versus 3 of them, and then I could have swooped around the other side. So they wouldn't have focused on me at all. I could have gone and done the damage, so, just make sure we're in groups, especially if both you comets are in the same spot. You guys have so much firepower and flexibility because they got to aim at 2 different turrets. You guys are both on the backside, so. Well, Adam, that is true, Well, either way, guys, with the record we're kind of holding here, as long as we get half and half in terms of wins, we will be getting some gold. 1,000 gold ain't a lot, but hey, it's a starting point. But if we can stick in the 60% bracket, I'd like to see the 3,000. Because that would make it worth it. Doing all this for 1,000 gold? Yeah, but 3,000? Yeah, I'll do it for that.
What's the ranking of the team that we're facing next? Oh, I found them. They're 143, by the way.
Yeah, so that's why these guys, let's stick with what we're doing. We're going to take these guys. Then we're going to be 3 and 2. Now what's the guys after these?
Also not particularly highly ranked.
Aren't they Smoke? You guys
Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to beat Smoke. Simply because we're punching above our weight here. So we'll be 4 and 2. I'm betting. And then the worst case scenario, we get another loss or last one. Last one, that's a bit of 50-50 shot. They're a really good team, but who knows? We might catch them. Who knows? We might even. Well, I'm kind of toying with the idea of switching to 3 comets, but I don't know. I think we're doing well with the 2 comets and 3 bulldogs. I just love how that game.
We're definitely going to want that for the next map, right?
For our Siegfried line?
Yeah, the 3 comets.
Quixotic and I got to talk, because I want to see what strategy he wants to run. Because there's a lot of ways we can do this. You can even justify bringing... Siegfried line is the map that you can justify bringing T-29s and or Tigers. So, I would say that I think we would stick better with the more mobile lineup, but Siegfried line is a lot about player skill. We got to play the tanks right. So, if we don't... Yeah.
In that case, I'm more comfortable in the Tiger than the Bulldog.
Well,
But,
after this, we'll talk about it.
right. I was just going to say I could stick to the lineup no matter, you know?
Yeah. Well, it might be something on that map that I think... What's going to happen is, I think after the first game we might have to change it up. I want to see what the meta is, but... I really think teams are going to run T-29s, and they're going to run a couple lights. And I think the idea is we're going to have to control as much of the map as we can and squeeze them in. As I think what we can do is we can leave the comets onto whatever side of the map that we start on and use the lights to surround them to wherever they spawn and to get around behind them. And the whole idea is to just encircle these guys. We could even run 3 Bulldogs and 2 1357s if we wanted to. We could do something like that, but I think the comets are still better, just because you have the better HP pool, and I think you guys have about equivalent mobility. So it's something to consider. We'll talk about it after.
Would you quit yawning? You're making me yawn.
With 2 hours of sleep, man, I ain't doing too bad right now.
That's true.
I am coherent, and I am able to... Yeah, well, you know, I hope Sir Havoc's, you know, happy with us doing this. I'm pretty sure he'd be happy with the outcome, considering, you know, no matter what. I know Sir Havoc and I were talking. He has checked out the channel and he's helped me out with a few things, but who knows? I wonder if it'll pique his interest if he has time. He's a busy guy, so he might have time to check it out. He might not. I don't know, but if he does, I'd like to see him check these out. You know,
How cool would it be to have Sir Havoc comment on your live stream?
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. A little bit talk about getting a little bit out of my league in terms of YouTube stuff, but I think for some of the tournament stuff, I'd like to get some guys from EU and a few others just to get their opinion. Hey, if he wants, you know, if you guys want to send him the link, go right ahead. You know, it's up to you guys. But you know, I'm not too concerned. I'll do whatever. But so I think with these guys, stick with our lineup. We'll make it happen. But. Oh man, I am. I'm really curious if Sir Havoc has his North American account all fitted out.
I don't know. He doesn't have his NA account all fitted out. He still has tank lines that he's grinded.
Oh, an Oni? Oh, guys.
Oh, that's free XP. Oh, shucks, we don't get any.
I'm going to say, Bulldogs, for the first mag, stick with the APCR because they're more likely to run in their light tanks. After that, run the heat, but...
With that Oni, do you think that they're going to take it straight for cap?
Yeah, Ryan, if Sir Havoc's doing one-on-one training, leave him be. Yeah, if he's busy doing stuff, let him do his thing.
Comments APCR.
Thank you.
Now, one thing, guys, stay the hell away from the Oni. His derp gun is just annoying. Alright, guys, move to the second position, because I haven't seen anything yet, so you guys move to the second ridge. Absolutely. I mean, I can see why a team would use an Oni, but at the same time. Alright, let's move to these positions. I mean, the Comet's back here. I'm going to post myself up here. And I want the other two Bulldogs to go around behind. I want one at D1 in the back slope and then one at E1 in the building. We don't see them, we gotta move. I was really hoping they'd be stupid and push the 8-9, but... Now, yet again, the Bulldogs. I want you guys to be passive. Don't show up unless you have to. Comets, yet again, be passive. Let's try and get some info on these guys first before making any rash moves. They haven't started capping yet either, so I don't know what their plan is. If you're spotted, let me know. But I've just been spotted.
Koala spotted.
Two Bulldogs over there.
Catchland, do you want the buildings? Do you want me to go?
Go ahead.
Spotted. There's the Oni.
Alright. Let's cross Krampus.
Yeah, I'm looking at you guys from up top here, so. Not bad, not bad. Alright, Comets, I'm going to come down there with you guys. Now, I'm going to try and flank these guys around the backside. So, Comets, be careful. Bulldogs, if their team tries to rush us with the heavies and whatnot, that's when I'm probably going to need your help.
Ready to fire. Target.
I don't know where the Oni is.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is hit.
There he is.
Penetration.
I'm try to get this Bulldog out of here.
Target released.
The Oni is still watching, and T-29, they're turning their
Alright,
turrets.
Krampus, we gotta go help Gibson.
Ready to fire.
Roger that.
Target.
Do you want us to put shots into the heavies?
Bulldogs, now is the time that if you guys can just keep the heavies distracted, maybe start to engage. I am going to... Whoa, that was going to be a close
Target
shot.
acquired.
Alright, we'll just let this Bulldog go for now.
Unlocked.
Alright, you
sorry.
two Bulldogs play defensively. I'm reloading. We got these guys surrounded, so we're doing well, guys. We're doing well.
I have 2 shells left.
I'm at 20 seconds on the reload.
Okay, T-29, they're all looking towards the Bulldogs, Krampus, so let's get in there and
Okay.
knock out their Bulldog.
Alright, they're turning around, guys. Good job, good job.
Reloading.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration.
Switch into heat.
Penetration.
Oh, neat, what are you doing?
Penetration.
Watch them out.
Damaged. Enemy is hit.
Don't ram it on me,
Enemy armor is destroyed. Target released. Ready to fire.
Nice.
Nice work, gentlemen.
My heart was pounding on that one.
The final countdown.
That was a good game.
Well, yep. Yet again, that's why I wouldn't run that kind of lineup.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they thought they had you, Gibson, when those 3 lights pushed at you.
Well, that's why, yet again, when I say, like, the rules of being close to your allies, I don't kid. That's why I purposely pushed around and you guys were within 100 meters of me. So I'm like, oh, just run the fuck away, you know? And they're like, hey, you know, I need help, help. You know, I just run towards you guys. You know? It's like, oh, yeah, we got, you know, 2 comets. You're screwed. So, yeah. I mean, having the Oni, it's technically not a bad choice, but, like, if you can't hit anything.
I think they would be better off with the long gun instead of the howitzer.
Yep. It's just the howitzer's scary for the comets, but for the Bulldogs, we
Yeah.
don't really care.
Right.
The
He can
odds are-
one-shot us is the thing.
Yeah, that's what's kind of terrifying. But if they don't use... The issue is, yet again, something with teams that I always try to explain, you have to pick one thing or two things to do well. If you try to do everything well, you're not going to do well. That's just how this game is. And try to be well-rounded on a team in a tournament like this, you're not going to do well. Or as they say in, South Park? You're going to have a bad time. Or that's from some other show, I think. Maybe it's from South Park. I don't know.
That's South Park.
I know what we should be doing. 4 RDs and 1 light.
If you want to play this tournament for free,
Best
that's what you're going
idea ever.
I mean, we could do a troll one if we wanted to, just for the hell of it having fun, but that would be one we didn't put any work into. We put so much work into this.
Yeah,
Like-
for that one, we gotta wait for a tier 6 tournament so that we can run all Berts.
Oh, man.
I
don't
hate
have
my
a
bird.
I would be willing to sit my ass down for the weekend and just grind like hell to get a Bert. I would be totally willing. And
Oh,
Ryan,
no, maybe
I guess
I'm
that's
playing
one
it
way
wrong.
to,
Maybe somebody who's good with the bird needs a platoon with me and tell me what the hell I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, Ryan, I guess that's one way to describe it. I don't know if you guys are looking at chat, but Ryan goes, well, that last game, referring to the last game, that was graphic goat rope. So, I don't know.
Well, technically, in the clan rules, we're not allowed to say the other word.
Oh, he's referring to okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, okay. Why goat? Why goat? That's my question.
Ooh, I've got a joke.
Oh, guys, watch out. Exotic's got a joke. Be prepared.
Why do Scotsmen wear kilts?
I take offense to that.
Yeah, I'm
Because-
already on that fence.
Because a sheep can hear a zipper a mile away.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Man. I like that joke. I am a Scotsman, but still.
You know why Scottish women wear patent leather shoes?
What?
Because mirrors glued to the toes was too obvious.
Wow. And Ryan, that comment in chat, wow. Wow. The things some people type. So guys, I think I can officially say that, like, as a team, we definitely punch into the, like, as an overall team into, like, the 1600, 1650, like, win 8 area. Like, as our team strategy and how we're playing pretty damn well, so. Doing pretty good. So we're what, 4-2?
3-2 right now.
3-2? Ah, got my hopes up.
Yeah, we're going up against Smoke, after which we'll be
So-
4-2.
So, and then we're probably going to end the night being 4-3.
User
which-
joined your channel.
Not bad.
Hello?
It's Rhino.
Hello, user.
Well, Rhino, what can we do you for? If you say free, then I'm going to just not respond.
Haha.
Oh,
That's nasty.
okay, Cleveland.
So what I was referring to was I was watching your perspective when you ran down on all of those tanks that were down there and killed them.
Yeah.
My computer could not have kept up with all of that.
That joke in the comments is awesome. Oh my god, that's awesome. What comes with the new divorced Barbie? All of Ken's stuff. Oh wow. That's awesome. Sad truth of reality. Oh yeah, that's kind of like the theme of Massachusetts, though.
User
goes.
left your channel.
Yeah, Connecticut too.
I'll be honest, I don't know jack much about Connecticut.
It's the same as Massachusetts, only a little bit dirtier.
A little bit dirtier.
How can it be dirtier? It's always covered in snow.
Yeah.
Because we're covered in more snow. See, it's all relative. I mean, you have to understand that. You know, something weird that I just noticed. When I was driving through New Hampshire the other day, I really love how their highways are really clean. And around here, it's like nobody cleans anything. It's all dirty. It's like junk everywhere. But up in New Hampshire, it's like all the highways are beautiful. They're well maintained and kept and whatnot. So, good job, New Hampshire.
Our
Well, the
highways
Colts
are
from New
littered
Hampshire.
with orange barrels all year round.
Hey, that's our state flower.
I know, right?
Ohio, that's
barrels.
our state flower.
I can see that being the case.
I love the comics that show like the driving path, and it shows like sober person, drunk
Okay,
person.
guys. All right. We gotta one up these guys. Same plan. Let's beat them at the same strat.
T-34-1, huh?
Odd tank to have, but
He's got a troll turret.
User joined your
Yeah.
channel.
It's a new tank for him, too. He doesn't even have stats in it yet.
Alright, comments, load the APCR.
Thank you.
Bulldogs load the APCR.
Let's get this show on the road.
Yes, crew. Let's get this show on the road. You know, they've never said who actually speaks that. Is that the commander talking? Would
I
assume
think so.
But I'd love to see like a
User
little,
left your
like,
channel.
blip on the top right hand side that shows like which crew member's talking and have the different voices. That'd be something nice for me. Oh, I've been spotted.
Hey-oh. LTTB pushing around. He's in the middle.
I got a call
Oh, he's
pushing
gonna
around
come
my
all the
side, but
way.
that's okay.
Ready to fire.
Yep,
Alright, guys.
we'll have Krampus.
Comment over here. Can you focus out?
Penetration. Enemy is hit.
Focus out this dumb comment. It's just
Enemy
like,
hunter hit. Track hit.
just knock over the old comment.
We're dead for it.
Alright, guys. Focus him down.
Whatever track,
LTTB rammed me.
they killed our driver.
Take out that LT.
TV behind us.
I'm reloading.
Come on, Cash. You make the shot count. Hit him in the front of the hole, man. There you go. Alright, guys. If anybody can engage that, keep Quixotic alive. Keep Quixotic alive. Krampus, stay in front of Quixotic. Bulldog behind.
Sorry, Quixotic.
It's okay. You guys need to focus out one target.
Come on,
So
reload.
engage the Bulldog. Commit to engaging the Bulldog.
As soon as I'm done on the reload, I got him.
How long are you on the reload?
3, 2.
Guys, I need Cashman over here to help out. Oop, oop, come on, Melman. Yes! Thank you. Okay.
I'll push around the
Push around behind
T-34-1.
Yep. Remember, you guys, Meloman, you're one shot. Cashman, you're not. Krampus is going
Yeah.
right on it. Good job, good job. Go
Track
for the
hit.
brand. There you go. Good job, guys.
You know it.
That was so funny. They almost flipped over their own comment. If only the new
Yeah.
physics was in game, he would have gone right over. He would have been screwed.
I love when they do that.
Oh, my game client is all crashed.
Fix it.
I don't love when they do that.
No, that's always a pain. Alright, guys,
Maybe
so is this
that
our
was the-
last battle of this group? Or
Yes,
second
it
to last?
is.
Oh, well.
They're in like 11th place.
You know what, guys? Let's just give them hell. You know? Do what we gotta do. Make it happen. So we're now 4-2?
Yep.
Okay.
Man, Krampus ranking in the damage that game.
I'm telling you guys, the comment's so worth taking.
Every dog has his day.
Was Was it like even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while?
Yep.
They never include it in that. What, even if it's a zone?
Oh,
Heyo.
I guess it still counts. You know? Still fits the saying. So chat's gone really quiet. Wow. Chat keeps going quiet, guys. Come on, keep the chat talking. Keep it rolling. It's always weird seeing nobody post in chat. It's like, I don't know if everybody's silent because they got bored. Which, I mean, is possible with the amount of waiting time we have between games, but...
Oh, the divorce Barbie joke reminded me of another joke.
Oh god, here we go.
Why did Barbie never get pregnant?
No, I know the answer to that.
Because Ken came in a different box.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wrong. Thank God my channel has a parental advisory sticker.
Oh, same. I like that. That's good. That's good. I like it. I like jokes like that because if you're not old enough to get it, it's no harm.
Meh.
Not old enough to get it, it wouldn't make sense to you. Alright guys, so we got like 8 minutes to kill. So we need to do something. I'm telling you, Wargaming needs to add a minigame in between games.
I agree.
I see how it is, Rocket. I see how it is, and I'm trying to not. I'm trying to improve the quality for you guys. It's for you. Actually, I don't know if you guys have noticed, there's no drinks. There's no nothing. Not even water. So.
Yeah, where's your seltzer?
Out in the fridge. But I yeah.
User joined your channel.
Hey Rydo, what's up, man?
I sent the boss the link. He needs to know what's going on down here. You guys are doing really good.
Well, this is the kind of map where this personally is where, like, these open maps, this is what I like. That's how I play. The urban maps thing, I'll be honest, that's not my play style. So, as you guys well know.
Yeah, and later you and I will talk about the goat rope thing because it covers a broad spectrum of deals, but you know.
Wait,
Watching
what do you mean you win if you yawn first? Which you? Are we talking about me yawn? If I yawn first compared to who?
Well, at least you're yawning. At least you're yawning and not burping. That's usually what you do.
I know.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, I'm trying to improve the quality one step at a time, folks. One step at a time. But if you guys are gambling, am I allowed in on that? Or am I in too much control of all the chips at that point?
That's strictly against the rules, Gibson.
Well, nobody told me the rules. Nobody set the rules yet. In terms
like
of
Vegas.
kill the officers,
It's like Vegas, man.
kill the officers tournament and clan for gold. I would love to do that, but I currently do not have the funds to contribute to buying gold for such an event. But that would be fun to do. That is yet again, we will find a way.
In the meantime, we could do 3v3s with, like, me, Gibson, and Krampus against 3-man teams.
To answer Rocket, improve or improv, it's a bit of both. So, that's kind of how it goes. Phil Austin, what? Okay, guys, how do you tell the difference between a West Virginia woman and a fish?
Fish has more teeth?
Oh.
That's horrible.
Oh my god.
But probably true, really.
Oh my god.
I think I just offended a lot of people.
That was a solid yeah, that was a solid. I like that. Wait, so what do you mean by doing like 3v3s? Quixotic, where were you going with that?
Yeah, like, just some weekend We have people organized into teams that they want, and they challenge us being Yumi and Krampus.
Yep, and let the people that are challenging us, they pick the tier.
Exactly.
So
Well, it'd be
That's
like
really-
tier 3. This me.
That's really good training too.
yeah, I am totally down for that.
I mean, for the majority of the people that are in the pubs, I mean, you're going to go up against people like you, and I'm not labeling, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying that they're going to come up against people that are really, really good at this game, and that's a good idea.
I'm cool with that if y'all want to do it. And Bill Osby's answer to that question is one smells funny and the other is a fish. So,
User
Solid.
disconnected from your channel.
oh, where'd Mellow Man go? Oh, crap. Mellow Man.
But if you guys want to do, bigger tournaments and stuff, my God, it really can't be that hard to come up with some funding for that. I mean, hell, I've put money into it.
Well, that's one of those things. Oh, you accidentally closed TS. That's one of those things as the officers, and we can even talk with the rest of the clan about, but if people are willing to, we don't need big gold prizes, guys. 2,500 gold and stuff like that. Can I shout out your brother? Sure, why not? I don't really care.
Your brother? Is you ain't my constituents?
Somebody just says, can you shout out my brother? So, my brother. I shouted out. There you go.
User was moved to
No
your
brothers,
channel.
where art thou?
Sorry, guys.
No man's back.
Close the wrong tab.
Yeah, click the wrong button. Let's not talk about it.
Did I hear Skrillex in the background?
You totally did.
Yes. One of these days, give me your email. I got some Launchpad stuff and some techno kind of stuff. Mostly EDM stuff that you might want to check out. It's not great. It's
Me?
not bad. It's some decent stuff. I figured I'd try my hand at it, considering I've been doing like rock and metal for so long. I'm like, why not? Try something new. So who is this brother that I'm supposed to shout out for? Because I am not aware of this person, because you have yet to post the name of said person.
I don't know. I'm leaving so I don't key up when you guys. Bye.
User left your channel.
Oh, right or left. Yeah, I agree. 3v3 for 1,500 gold, 500 gold each. We could do stuff like that. We just got to figure out how to organize it properly. But if people are willing to donate for stuff like that, hell, I wouldn't see a problem as long as we officers can have a meeting of like, we just got to figure out the logistics of how to do it, and things like that, and making sure, people donate, the money goes to the proper spots and whatnot, making sure we got, oversight from people like Boom and whatnot who, are technically some of the clan coordinators and commanders, so they understand and they have some control with it too. But if people are willing to donate for stuff like that, hell, I see no reason why not, as long as the rest of the officers are okay with it. But I just don't know how to set something like that up, so at least in terms of money wise, the payment wise. But alright guys, we got 15 seconds till we get into battle here. Let's
Kick ass.
do this.
That's what I've been missing all day. That's the first time you said, let's kick some ass, Koala. Every other round you've set up before each game.
2 T29s? Guys,
Yep.
I think we might be able to... We have a chance! If only I know how
If
to
we
do a
catch
really
the
good Scottish
Bulldogs by themselves without the T29s, do you want to push on them?
accent. Basically, as a group, if we find the Bulldogs, we are just going after them.
Comments load the APCR.
Thank you.
And Bulldogs, I say stick with the APCR. We're gonna find the Bulldogs first,
Let's go.
but we're gonna push down this one line. I want to spot these guys. Alright guys, you know we're around here? Yeah, I think. I'm gonna do a little bit risky, but it'll be worth it.
Should we push down the K line and try to catch their back?
Lucky hit from the Bulldog. Okay. So I think what might be smart, guys, is if we go to the positions that we kind of had before. Comets get up along here, except here's what we're going to do. I'm going to post up over here, and the two Bulldogs, I'm going to want you guys actually in the city, waiting to pounce to try and help out the Comets. I want to see if we can get these T-29s to push over and or find these Bulldogs out of place. But let's take it nice and slow, guys. We got 8 minutes left. We got the mobility on them. I want
You want us to switch a heat?
for the Bulldogs, now stick with the APCR. We need to get out their Bulldogs first. But if you're spotted, duck into cover. I'm going to do an active scouting run. Oh god, he's going to hit me. Oh, screw you, Bulldog.
I'm getting shot at from down the 3 line.
We've lost the track.
I'm spotted.
Oof. Guys, let's work this slowly. Let that T-29 be on cap, that's fine.
Penetration.
Good job, Comets.
What?
Let's see if I can get around Meloman, make sure you're able to support the Comets and the Bulldog. The center.
Okay. Man, if RNG would love me. Oh, T-29 got a shot on.
Crap is behind you, T-29.
Bulldog pushing in from the north.
Ah, damn. Yeah, sorry guys, I was kind of at a loss as to how to get around that. Because no matter which side that we pushed, they had a pretty good lineup there.
Coming to you, Gibson.
That Bulldog behind you? Let's see if I can help you out with this bastard.
Enemy is hit.
Oh, what?
Target acquired.
No damage, crit.
Penetration.
Where is he going?
Enemy armor is
One reload coming around. The one coming in from the south.
Oh, she turned the turret.
Everyone get out.
That's okay. That was the team that. So we just lost to the Unicum teams, which,
Yeah.
that's. I'm
Yeah, they
not
should
saying
kick
it's-
that guy off their team. I mean, we just beat him.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? Looking at the damage. Yeah, they had us beat by a little bit, but not. It wasn't like it was a landslide.
4 wins, 3 losses. Not so bad.
Well, concerned with that map, I'm pretty sure our standings will go up quite a bit. So this is the end of the 4th round, and we will be on break until 9 o'clock, and then we go into the 5th round. So, shall see you then.